kick back.
Yeah, we get to like relax.
Yeah.
We don't have to like sit in like weird chairs. We actually get to sit on the fucking couch.
We're big chilling right now.
Dude, I wonder if our arms are gonna get tired.
I don't know.
Dude, well, I guess we'll find out.
I'm always like with the folding chairs and just the height of the table and everything. Like I'm very like squatted up like this, and like my arms are kind of like in a position where they're too high up to comfortably rest on the table, but my legs are too high up for them to comfortably rest on my lap either. So I'm just constantly. You can see in the videos like I am doing weird shit with my arms, and I can't stop noticing it.
Yeah.
Like in the short when I'm like look like that. I'm doing this weird shit with my fucking hands. I'm like, what's wrong with me?
Yeah, I bought a table that specifically fits my size, and not yours. So I look like the cool podcaster.
Just to give you the advantage. Yeah. It's a sabotage attempt the whole time. Works beautifully.
You want to do the intro or me?
I don't have anything prepared, but I'm just going to grip it and rip it if that works.
Oh, dude, grip it and rip it.
Yeah.
Slim Jim, this intro,
Slim Jim
dude.
monster I had today. Breath is not liking it. Hello and welcome back to Battle School Dropouts, a podcast about anime and friendship. My name is Bakari.
And I'm Stew.
And today we watched
Handyman
in Another World.
Handyman Saitou in Another World.
There it is. Handyman Saitou in Another World. Thank you.
This is a rare occurrence where I remember the name of something and you forgot it.
Wow, yeah. I remembered the general gist of it. I was like, there's a handyman. He's in Another World. Forgot his name entirely.
We can put this up on the wiki as like the biggest day in Battle School Dropouts history.
Dude, when we get a terrible fucking .fandom.com wiki page, I'll be so ecstatic.
Yeah.
It's gonna have really a million fucking spyware ads on it, and it's gonna be non-functional. And there'll be like one obsessive person typing like wrong facts into it. It'll be me.
I didn't have a huge problem with the fandom things. Like obviously like, the website sucks.
It does suck.
Okay, I was like, whatever. But then somebody pointed out that like, well, but that's kind of replaced like GameFAQs and shit. And like
GameFAQs is dead. I tried to look up a game FAQ.
Oh, GameFAQs is dead?
Yeah. Like the website still exists, but it's owned by like IGN or some shit now. And it does not, like those .txt fucking walkthroughs that got us through our younger years, those do not exist anymore.
That's
maybe the old ones do, but like they're not making those for current games.
That's genuinely heartbreaking. I didn't even know that. You just told me that like my family died. Like,
I found this out very recently.
Oh, dude, yeah. So that's double tragic. Then not only can I not go to GameFAQs, I can't. That sucks.
You can like the website is still active. I think the message board is still there.
Yeah,
but like the fucking the walkthrough section of most any like current game, I think it just kicks you to IGN or something.
Yeah, because that was I just played through the Mass Effect trilogy.
Oh, that's right.
Just beat that.
You beat the trilogy?
I beat the trilogy.
Congratulations.
I got some things I want to say about it, but like I was looking up like stuff about the endings because it's the first time I've beaten 3 since it originally came out.
Oh, wow.
And, Mass Effect's got its controversial endings and all that. So I just wanted to know more going into it. And I had to go to the fucking, like, Mass Effect fandom or whatever website. And it sucked, dude. Like, I could not find information because there were, like, ads everywhere. It was, like, slowing down my phone.
The crazy thing is there are other like wiki domains that are far more capable than fandom. Like I think like console games wiki is one, and then there's I think Wikia is like a lot not littered with shitty fucking ads and stuff, but like just because I guess fandom's SEO game is so fucking raw, like you do not see them when you Google that shit. You got to just like know where to go.
You almost have to.
Lord knows I do not.
You almost have to like respect like that. They just if you Google anything relating to pop culture, like they're there making money off.
Yeah,
of it. And like absurd amounts too, because it's not like they've just got ads. Like they've got like it's ads, and then occasionally you can find what you're looking for.
Yeah, after you like, because the ad will pop up right over the thing you want, and then there's the itty bitty little pixel-sized X that you have to press, and then I got big old fingers. Man.
Yes.
I can't fucking hit that shit. I'm not Hawkeye.
I'm on the Hawkeye wiki because I'm not Hawkeye.
Precisely. Watch Renovations on Disney Plus.
Yeah. I'm so sad there's not a Jeremy Renner tie-in, Jeremy Renner app tie-in with the renovations.
Well, can I just say, fumbled bag, dude.
Fumbled.
The real fucking bag
100%.
fumble. They're not working that in. There's the renovations show, and there's also one about his recovery from the like snowmobile accident or whatever.
Oh yeah, that was a whole thing.
Yeah, like he was like fucked up from that. I think like he actually like has taken a long time to recover.
Did his like wife leave him during that too, or am I misremembering?
I guess I hope not. But
I remember like talking. Okay, this could be 100% talking out of my ass, but like I want to say
I wasn't ready for that question at all.
I want to say I brought up the Jeremy Renner app, which I still have on my phone, and somebody was like brought up the snowmobile accident and that his wife left him. I don't know if that's true.
She hit him with the snowmobile. It probably isn't.
She's with the snowmobile now.
She's coming back with a Zamboni to finish the job. Oh, that's terrible. We're wishing him a speedy recovery or whatever.
Yeah, Jeremy Renner, real talk. Open invitation to the podcast.
Truly.
I'm sure he's just been waiting for that. But
he's listening, combing through every episode. Where is it? Where is it?
I mean, we probably talk about Jeremy Renner the most of like any non-John. Why did I just have a stroke?
I don't know. I'm very curious what word that was supposed to be.
I'm trying to say his name.
Oh.
And I said John Raramy, and now my brain is like, that's
I like John Raramy. That's
Dude,
good.
I just had a stroke. I don't know, man.
Wait, Ron, that's spoonerism for Ron Jeremy. Is that your porn name?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's him. Fuck.
Oh, that rules.
Anyways, I beat Mass Effect 3 recently.
Right. Real quick before we get off of Jeremy Renner, I do want to point out that was like the first thing we ever talked about on like not on the podcast as it's published, but like our first test episode. The first thing was like, "Hi, my name's Bakari, my name's Stew, blah blah blah. How you doing?" And then so I've been on the Jeremy Renner app.
Yeah.
And then we talked about Jeremy Renner for like 15-20 minutes.
Yeah.
And we probably said open invitation. So that's why he didn't hear it, is because it was on the episode that didn't come out.
Yeah, it was on the episode that didn't come out. Because, that app's something else.
Yeah.
If you don't know what it is, sucks to be you.
Yeah. It's cool to be in the in crowd, being just us two, actually. Only us. I don't think anybody else on the planet has heard it. So.
But yeah, I beat Mass Effect 3 recently.
Right.
And
how does the ending like hold up?
It's better.
Yeah.
So I beat the game, and it's the first time in a while where like I've been out and out like sad. Like
just sad that the whole thing's over? Or?
Yeah, like I beat the game. You have all these like excuse me. You have all these moments with like your space friends where it's like, Garrus comes up to you and he's like, this could be the last time we talk to each other. And I'm like, it just like hit for some reason, and I was playing as a character who my mindset as a role player was like, this is a guy who thinks he's cool, but isn't. And
Perfect.
like, I was kind of trying to just like play the game as like this goofy idiot.
Yeah.
So that I wouldn't get attached to all the characters.
Yeah.
So I beat the game and I just like had to like lie on the couch and be like, I'm so fucking sad. It's been so
all your
like,
little friends. Yeah. I get that.
It's been so long since I've been like sad from like a media source like that.
Sure.
Where I'm just like, I just have to lie down and I can't do anything for the next like 4 hours.
There's plenty of stuff that's like made me sad in just the sense that like it was a sad thing that I just watched. You know what I mean? But like, I can't think of. It's been a while since like I've engaged with some kind of media, regardless of the format, and like just been sad because I feel like I don't get to hang out with my little friends anymore. For the time being, I always just start it back up. But yeah, Undertale might have been the last time. That's the one that's coming to mind.
Yeah. I got it recently, like in the last year with Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh sure.
Like I'd seen it before, but Bernadette and I finished it. And when we did, I woke up in the middle of the night and I was sad that there weren't more episodes of Avatar: The Last Airbender.
There's supposed to be a third like series coming out.
I've heard, yeah.
This would be an Earthbender?
Yes, I think that's how the cycle lines up. Because I talked with somebody else, but there's the thing is though. Okay, so you ready for real dumb stew moment here?
All right, hit me.
I'm super sad that I finished Avatar: The Last Airbender. I've seen like 3 episodes of Korra.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just like didn't keep going with it. Not that I thought it was bad or anything. I was like, oh, this is dope, and then just moved on 10 years.
I think The Legend of Korra, I think it's best for being the way that it is, but I will say that the first book, the first season, whatever you want to call it, of Legend of Korra is like, to me, the least interesting one.
Okay.
Because like, you know, they really like jump in on this whole like, oh, it's a city now and all the benders are living in this city and there's like, we're modernizing, you know, people are the Avatar equivalent of MMA is a thing now, and like, you know, they're the old ways are kind of dying out, and they're like, oh, these are the forms that we used and stuff, and they're like, well, no, we found more efficient ways to do it. Keep your elbows tucked in, your jaw down, all that stuff. You know, like things are changing at a rapid pace, and like that's all interesting, but like, you know, hillbilly Avatar in the big city gets old pretty fast, and then you just have to get through the rest of that story. I think it goes to some really interesting places. So when you're ready, I'd say it's definitely worth a watch.
I need to watch more because the Avatar: The Last Airbender is so good that I would even watch, even if it doesn't get good. Legend of Korra, I would be like, well, this world is so good, the writers have done a good job. But yeah, man, I haven't been sad about fake people in so fucking long.
Yeah.
Oh, it hit.
I mean, that's a sign of some good shit, you know?
I guess so. Yeah. And it's funny because I'm like, these days I'm like thinking about Mass Effect 3 and I'm very critical of like a lot of the game's like pacing and some of the combat stuff. And a lot of it stems from that, like they had to rush to release that game.
Of course.
You know,
tale as old as time when it comes to AAA stuff.
Yeah, well, and EA especially at that.
Oh,
point,
yeah,
right. Like BioWare had just released Dragon Age 2 in like a year, and everybody's like, "Wow, this game feels rushed," and it was. And then like Mass Effect 2 is like a masterpiece of like putting stuff together and like how organized it is. But it took a little while to come out, and then like they're like, "No, just come out with 3 now." Oh, also make it accessible to like people who have never played the game before. Oh, and also you just have no time to do it. Like it was brutal. It was brutal. And then they released the game, and then it's like, oh, and you need to redo the ending, and you have like 2 months to do it. Like that's the bittersweet part about like the new endings that they've added.
Sure.
Is like they're better. I like them a lot. The devs did a good job of making better endings.
When you say that they added, where this was like in post, is like DLC?
Yeah. So when the game came out, there was such an outcry against the ending that BioWare, and I don't know if EA forced them or what the deal was.
Sure.
They had to go back and basically like expand on the ending cutscene.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Because the without getting into like spoilers or anything, the ending of Mass Effect 3 is the final cutscene that was originally in there is kind of anticlimactic. It really expects you to assume a lot of things about the decision you make towards the end of the game.
Yeah.
So they expanded on those cutscenes.
Oh, okay.
So they did a very good job with it. And like the devs they did good work. Problem was like you just finished crunching to finish this game.
Sure.
And now you got to crunch again to add an ending to this game for DLC that's going to be released for free.
Sure.
So it's just, and then you got to go make the other DLCs that are going to come out. And so I don't know. It's just like it's so brutal because like they did a good job, but like fuck, dude, it really puts like a stink on that whole game for me.
That always sucks. Like, you know, there's so much good shit, but then it just kind of gets soured by that last little bit.
Yeah.
Who did you romance in the games?
I romanced in my most recent playthrough. I romanced no one.
No one.
Yeah.
Wow. Volcel Shepherd. Wow.
It's funny romancing no one because you have to have a talk with every female character, like where you say, I want to keep it professional. I don't want to fuck you.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Even if like you haven't really, well, I guess you're still like maxing out your friendship points with them.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because you're still like going up to them. Because I was playing like a Paragon playthrough. So like all the Paragon choices are just like normal conversation topics. Like, how are you?
Yeah.
Are you okay that we just killed your mom? Like, things that you should check in with people about.
Sure, yeah.
And then, the character is like, oh, Shepard, I want to see if this will go farther. And you have to kind of be like, there's an option down at the bottom that'll be like, let's keep this professional. And then Shepard will say something like, Actually, I don't see you attractive at all. Damn it, Shepard. Like, you don't need to be an asshole, but...
Oh, that rules.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a funny thing playing through the trilogy again. Everybody memes on, like, Mass Effect for, like, you pick a decision and then he says something wildly different.
Yeah.
I was like, that's just a joke. He always says something wildly different. It was, like, frustrating.
Oh, that rules.
Yeah.
I wonder if you had gone, what is it, Renegade? There's Paragon and Renegade, right?
Yeah.
If you'd gone Renegade, do you think he was just, like, made it a race thing? He's like,
yeah.
I don't date whatever race they are. Insert race here.
Yeah. No, that's the fucking funny thing is, like...
Are you Irish? You have to tell me if you're Irish.
That's law. Yeah, that's the funny fucking... Because I started a Renegade playthrough, and, like, Renegade is either, like, you're going to say something badass, like, you know, looks like your time is up, and then you shoot a clock or something.
Yeah.
Or
you shoot a clock, that's good.
Yeah, or you're about to, like... dunk on somebody's like race. I don't like Turians and their fucking scales. It's like Shepard. No, Garrus
You can't
is right
say
behind
that.
you.
Yeah.
You can't say Garrus is one of the good ones. It's not how this works.
You know, your Turian enemies aren't going to care about the mean things you say about Turians, but Garrus will.
Well, and you know what the fucking funniest thing? There is so like if you pick the Paragon choice, usually it's going to be like Shepard saying like we need all the races to work together.
Yeah.
Which is a weird thing to say because he should be saying like species or something, you know?
It is weird that the word race is used in these contexts.
Like almost like it's more common for them to say race in Mass Effect than it is for them to say species. They do say species sometimes. They do call somebody speciest a couple times, but like not to be that guy, but like a Turian and a human are different species.
Yeah.
Like you can't be like, oh no, they're different races. Like that's not. I don't think that's how that is supposed to work.
I think like, okay, I'm thinking about it just like, you know, because we have like for us IRL, like the different races are like, you know, that's just sort of different classifications or where your family history comes from or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, you know, I guess in a world where Earth is far from the only civilized inhabited place, like yeah, I could see, okay, in the same way that like elves and orcs and things are different races in fantasy, like I think the line is probably that if you are a sentient being with like rights, like you're a citizen of somewhere as opposed to just like a frog or a spider, you know.
I guess more for me it's like in humanity, like race is kind of a made up thing.
Oh,
right?
sure.
Like
there's one race, the human race.
Human race, bro.
That's right.
No, but like real talk, like there are different like races, right?
Yeah.
But, like everybody's still human at the end of the day. Like Turians and humans, like I believe their like legs bend differently. Like those are
they've got like gazelle legs or something.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Or like satyrs.
They got like the elite legs from Halo.
Yeah.
I think I could be wrong.
I think you're right. It's been forever though. Who knows?
I just played the fucking trilogy.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. I think I was going somewhere, but like yeah, that's a fucking funny thing about Renegade. Is like you're either about to say something cool or racist.
Which for some people is one and the same.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, takes a certain talent.
Yeah. The Renegade.
We can't all be Papa John.
The Renegade options are just too mean for me, man. I can't. I started like a Renegade playthrough not long after, and I was like, I don't wanna.
Yeah, I have such a hard time being a bad guy in these like in like role playing type games.
Yeah,
you know? I could do it in like if there's a certain level of abstract, like Fable. I didn't mind being a bad guy in Fable.
Yeah.
In fact, I found it far more enjoyable. Or like even Elder Scrolls, like because fuck it, who cares? You know, like if you're not gonna be evil, then you can't really do stuff like Thieves Guild and Dark Brotherhood and all those other things. Like you're walking yourself out of it. And like everybody's a dick in the Elder Scrolls games. You know, there's nobody who's that good. So yeah, totally fine with that. I'm sure Fallout's the same way.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't even know if there is like really a morality too much in Fallout. Like
yeah.
Like,
not really, I don't think it's really built into Elder Scrolls either. It's just a matter of like reflection on your actions kind of thing. Shadow the Hedgehog didn't mind being evil in that. To kill robot cops. He gives a shit.
Yeah.
He kills ostensibly he kills a real like a human cop in the intro cinematic. So
right.
Yeah, he eats that guy.
Shadow said ACAB. It also
That's right.
works for the government. So
yeah. It depends on the line you go down. You know.
A cab includes shadow?
Yeah. I don't know about includes shadow. Definitely includes Rouge, though. I think she works for the CIA.
Oh, does she?
Yeah, actually.
Oh my God.
That's her storyline in Sonic Adventure 2. Is like it comes to light that she is in fact a spy.
There's like a whole mission where you're like destabilizing a South American government to scrooge the bad.
Exactly. That's why you're stealing all the Chaos Emeralds. You see, that tanks their economy. Oh my God.
Venezuela had all the Chaos Emeralds until America came through. They were going to make oil free for everybody, but America couldn't have that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rouge.
Barack wanted to go supersonic, so. You mean the Chaos Emeralds?
God, I love that. It's so good. Yeah, I miss fanfiction.text on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Twitter's weird now.
Dude, Twitter's so weird. I've been loving the stories coming out. One of Daddy Musk deciding, like, so he's trying to shake down all the celebrities so they can pay him for their blue checks. And like many of them, like LeBron James, for instance, is like, I don't give a shit. I'm LeBron James. I've got like 2 million followers. Nobody's gonna think that I'm anyone else. And Elon's like, well, okay, you guys can have the service for free. We'll hook you up. And LeBron's like, no, I don't want it.
Yeah.
And then he's like, you get it anyway. I need this.
Yeah. I mean, that's the fucking funny thing is like they came out with a service that is actively uncool on the service itself.
It's like you will be made fun of for having the blue check.
Yeah, because it's such a like poorly thought out idea, right?
Yeah.
Like the blue check is there to like verify that somebody's there.
Yeah.
And the only thing you get if you pay for it is what you should be getting as a baseline, right?
Yeah.
So they're not adding anything to your service. They're just making your service how it was.
No, yeah, all these things. Twitter Blue existed before. The checkmark, the verification system existed. It's just now like the world's most divorced man is trying to convince everybody it's cool. Which, surprisingly enough, has the opposite effect.
I can't believe it. No.
Who would have guessed?
Oh, and then it's so insane. And then now they have to add like yellow check marks for like companies and things like that. The funniest thing to me is that I don't know if this was always the case, but I feel like I'm maybe more aware of it now, is that like, so you'll click on a tweet and then you'll like scroll through the people replying to it, and now there are ads in the thread.
I've noticed that, and they put ads in the promoted tweets. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I fucking, there was a video from a promoted tweet, and there was an ad in I'm like, you want me to watch an ad? Yeah, it's insane. I won't do one of those.
I've never, in a promoted tweet that has an ad in front of its ad, I've never watched the ad I'm supposed to watch.
I've never watched a promoted tweet video like ever, probably.
Right, but like I've never even had a chance to even even watch like a second of it as I'm like scrolling past. It's always like, you know, this guy wants me to buy like, I don't know, fucking chainsaw oil or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's a thing for the NFL, you know? But what I love about the ads in the thread is you could be like reading the most heinous shit, right? Like some dude's like, the white race is under attack. And then in the responses, it's like, did you know that Wingstop is selling $5 sandwiches? It's like,
come get your Pineapple Express shake at Jack in the Box, only on 420.
It's like, now's not the time.
Yeah, we're busy here. All right. God, what a fascinating place Twitter has become. I love the like, I don't even know what these guys' deal is, but like it's this absolute come for brains type dudes just like just fucking going like, what? So you'll spend $8 on a Big Mac and a drink, but you won't spend $8 a month on Twitter, a thing that you use all the time? Like, yes. What's not to get? I like Big Macs. I don't like giving Elon Musk money.
Well, and beyond that, it's like, okay, if I spend $8 on a Big Mac and a drink, it's not like I was getting a Big Mac and a drink for free before.
No, yeah.
Right? And if I was getting a Big Mac and a drink for free, I'm not about to start spending $8. I'm not going to go tip the,
Yeah? Maybe I'll, like, if I'd throw some money in the McDonald's tip jar if that was such a thing. I don't think there is.
Yeah, if it was going to the person who made it. But, like, I'm not about to be like, hey, Ronald, give this to the CEO, you know? So, like,
Truly devastating that the McDonald's CEO is not named Ronald McDonald. You should be forced to change your name.
Yeah, it's like how Nintendo has like the fucking Doug Bowser. Yeah, like it should be like whatever your name is. Like I'm Stan McDonald now. Well, I think that's what they should start doing, because if these companies are gonna be like these new feudalist landlords, you know, like have the weird monarch rules.
Yeah.
You know, like the CEO can only show up in public on Tuesdays, at which point, you know, these people need to kneel and he has to eat a piece of cheese, otherwise God will be mad at him.
Precisely.
You know?
Precisely.
Like bring all that shit back too, you know?
There's that story of there was a kid who was born in a Chick-fil-A or something.
Yeah.
It's free Chick-fil-A for life, which is like the most like weird feudalist thing I've read in a minute. But like it has me thinking like, okay, so let's say we do go full, you know, capital feudalism types. Like which lord are you aligning yourself
right?
with?
Yeah.
Who will you go to war for? Bring back a necklace of human ears for their honor.
I know.
In hopes that you will one day be made a baron. I don't fucking know how this shit works.
Well, that's the funny, like when you read the lore of like cyberpunk, it's like prior to like the game, or like, you know, when you play like the tabletop game, there's like the corp wars where like the corporations like literally were like hiring armies to fight each other.
Of course.
Because there's not really a government at that point. But like these are all like specifically like you're fighting for, like, you know, like a company like, oh, I work for I can't remember the name, like you know, but like it's insane
Goldman
to me
Sachs,
that like the
Coca-Cola
like,
company.
but like they're all like fake companies, right?
Oh, okay.
Like the idea that like I'm gonna be like, oh, I gotta go fight for like Nabisco.
Yeah.
You know, they control all the water, so or Nestle. Sorry, Nestle controls all the water, so I have to go fight for Nestle. Otherwise, my family can't drink water.
Like Nestle does own a private militia, right? Like that's totally a thing.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Well, I mean, you go back to like the 20s.
Yeah.
And when people were like trying to have like unions and shit, there was a group called like a Pinkertons that were like, they were basically like a private little militia that you could hire to like beat the shit and kill union members.
Oh shit.
You know? So like if your union got a little too like, oh, we're gonna hang out in the factory so you can't like hire scabs, they would show up and just, I mean, show up, stomp people out, like
crazy,
shoot a couple. Oh, it's self-defense. Oh no.
Yeah.
And then, you know, the city would be all behind them. So it was fucked, dude.
That is fucked.
And I'm sure that's there. It's just unions are only starting to come back. So
yeah, that sucks. Is that where the Weezer album comes from? Pinkerton was a Weezer album, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah.
Are they union? Is Weezer a bunch of union busters?
Weezer's out.
Is that what I'm finding out? Yeah.
You got the Blue album, you know, the Green album, and then you've got.
Their song "Island in the Sun" was actually about like their corporate retreat. Only for execs.
I wish I knew like better Weezer jokes so I could do that.
I only know like
is
the radio
screaming
ones.
at their stereo right now, just like
our one Weezer fan who also listens to this. Hook us up with some good Weezer jokes, please.
Yeah, if you know a good Weezer joke, post it in the comments.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? I had something.
Chicken.
I played something.
I was gonna ask, what have you been playing?
I've been playing the Mega Man Battle Network collection.
Oh shit, it's out?
Yeah, it's out.
Is it good?
It's fucking great. It is very like, if you played those games before, it's those games. It's you have to, of course, like the what's it called? The aspect ratio is not exactly the same. So like regardless of what screen size you pick, there's going to be like a border around it. The translation, I'm playing through 2, so right now, and the translation's a little borked as it was originally. So like sometimes there's like a puzzle or whatever, and it's like, go through, and it's like, what does that mean? Do you want me to go left, right? What do you want? And they're like, one of these words is the, and I'm like, no, it's not. What do you mean? Tell me what you mean. And you just have to look it up. But like, I mean, that was an issue originally, so I'm not going to hold it against this collection. But
yeah, if anything, it's more authentic now.
Exactly. Yeah, I fucking I spun that thing on and I played about an hour. I got to Airman, the first boss, and I was, got distracted, whatever. I died, realized I had not saved the entire time I'd been playing, for about an hour. And good old days. There's no autosave. There's no save points. There's no nothing. You just open the pause menu and you save manually. And I had not done that a single time. So like I go back to the title screen after dying. No. I have no file.
No, dude.
But there was one saving grace. The collection has a mode called like Buster Max Buster, something like that. You turn it on, your Mega Buster's a one-hit kill. So yeah, so I was like, oh, I can just speed right back to where I was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
and
then I turned it off.
Okay.
Yeah, I have not touched it again.
That's super nice. Because yeah. I'm just into Mega Man Battle Network for the plot. So.
That's fair. I like the battle system a lot. I think it's great.
Yeah. No, I've played the first one or two of those games. I think, and
you played one?
I think.
Dang. One is a little rough compared to the rest of the series for sure.
It's been a while. I thought I played one.
Yeah,
I could
maybe
play just two. I don't know.
There's 3 is when they started doing the Pokemon thing and coming out with 2 different versions for each.
Yeah, I didn't play that.
Okay.
Yeah.
3 is I think where it like really starts picking up. But like 2 is very good still.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just such a like basic but like fun kind of new mode to play the game.
Yeah.
And it was like as a younger person it felt very easy to become powerful.
Totally.
Like, oh, this enemy's just gonna shoot forward and with like a slow little moving dot. I can dodge that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like your understanding of the enemy patterns is really like what dictates how badly you get your ass kicked or not. So yeah, there's a real sense of like personal progression as well as like, the whole getting better chips and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I did forget the style system in Battle Network. So like basically at some point, like for me, it was, I don't know, 8 hours into playing or something. It just kind of got the like what Mega Man is evolving thing. And like it's like now you have Aqua Guts style. So I have it changes his armor, his color and everything. I have like a big fat fucking Buster Cannon on the arm now. And it's the whole idea is like, I guess it's supposed to be based on the chips you use and your battle style. Like I use the Buster a lot, so that makes sense because Guts is like the one that it doubles your Mega Buster attack. And then because it's an Aqua style, it changes your charged attack to like the bubbler thing where like it hits the enemy that you attacked and then one square behind it and it does water damage. But now I take double lightning damage. So, but yeah,
makes sense.
That is such a gigantic power spike and it just happens kind of out of nowhere. It's not like I'm sure there was some invisible number behind the scenes, but like for me, it was just like, congratulations, you're twice as strong as you just were for no reason. Like, great. But every once in a while, I fight somebody who uses electric attacks and I have to turn it off. And so I have to go back down to half my power because he will one-shot me.
Oh, so you can like deactivate it?
Yeah. Yeah, you just go into the menu and you deactivate it.
Yeah.
But yeah, now I'm twice as strong against fire, half as strong against electric.
Electric guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
the whole thing.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't remember that, but maybe I didn't get too far. I don't know.
Because there's not levels. There's not like an XP points system, at least one that you see.
Okay.
Yeah, like your HP total goes up by finding HP memories, which are just items you find around buy them from stores, stuff like that. There's power-ups you get, like they're literally called power-ups, doing the air quotes for the folks at home. And you can choose to increase the only thing it really increases is your Mega Buster thing. So like your rate of fire, your charge speed, and the amount of damage that you do per hit.
Okay, still
those
good.
3 parameters. Yeah. But yeah, these are all just things that you find. Like it's all item based.
Yeah.
So you can fight 1,000 enemies in one after the other and not be any stronger than you were besides the chips that you gain.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought, man, I should go back. What are you playing it on? Is it on PC or Switch or?
It's on both. I think it's on PC, it's on Switch, it's on PlayStation. I'm playing it on Switch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, I got that Steam Deck and my Switch has become like neglected. So that might be a good thing to pick up for it.
Could be.
Yeah.
We can trade battle chips.
I honestly want to get back into something like that.
It's cool. This is I've like made up my mind that this is the game I'm going to be playing until Tears of the Kingdom comes out. the new Zelda.
Is that not out?
No, that is we did manage to actually put out the Valentine's episode before the new Zelda.
Okay,
so,
see, I thought we were wrong. So okay, hell yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that comes out May 12th. I am so excited for that game.
Yeah,
it looks like so much fun.
I gotta beat Breath of the Wild, man.
Oh yeah,
I'm like,
you can do that at like any time in the game. You just go fight the guy.
I should just go fight that guy.
You
Yeah,
can do it. Yeah.
No, I liked that game a lot. Just my only beef with it is it's like I have a horse or whatever it takes to get around.
Mm-hmm.
Getting around just takes so long sometimes, and I'm using like the speed glitch where you can kind of have infinite stamina.
Oh, you're doing the whistle running?
Yeah, because it's dead easy. I watched a speed run where I was like, that can't be that hard, is it? And then I did it. I was like, oh,
very much not. Yeah.
Even then, it still takes me forever to get fucking anywhere.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, now you can build yourself a car and then just.
Sure, fuck it. I mean, I wanted unlimited stamina when not climbing, but sure, a car is cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now I feel like climbing is going to be kind of obsolete because of like the various ways that you can get around otherwise. Because I mean, have you seen the trailers and stuff?
No, I didn't want any spoilers.
Oh, okay. I won't spoil it then.
Yeah. I just the plot's so in depth. Yeah. I just don't want to. Like, does he beat Ganon? Does he not? Who knows?
Who knows? Yeah.
It
looks like Ganondorf proper is going to be in this one.
Oh shit.
The guy.
Ganondorf,
like the man.
The dwarf himself.
The dwarf is back.
Oh.
Yeah. Return of the dwarf.
Return of the dwarf.
Yeah.
Return of the dwarf.
Let's listen to that song on my way over here.
It's a great song.
Yeah, it's really good.
So they're adding like car mechanics.
So there's
take it down to a dealership, get ripped off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then you just have to sell it to Pick and Pull for way less than you bought it for.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, live through that one. But no, there's a new function on the Sheikah slate called Fuse, where you can basically take one thing, you take another thing, you super glue them bitches together. Now they're one thing. So I think it was Eiji Aonuma, who's like the CEO of Nintendo Japan or whatever. He was like playing it, and he like found a big long stick, and then he found a pitchfork, and he glued those things together. Now it's like a twice as long pitchfork. He's just like doing all sorts of shit. I took a mushroom, put it on a stick. Now it's a mushroom on a stick. What does that do? Nothing. But,
I mean, yeah, but the option is there.
Exactly.
Because I did enjoy the cooking mechanics in Breath of the Wild. Where you could just like, fuck it, what do I got?
Exactly. This is kind of that, but like now it's a crafting system too. Yeah. So it's like find two things on the ground, slap them together, see what happens. So there's other things. There's like things like wheels and fans and other such things that you can find, and you can just, he shows like, oh, I need to get across this river, so he finds a couple of logs, super glues them together, puts a fan on the back. Now he has a raft. Like it's like a very Minecraft method of like building a vehicle. So
that sounds cool.
And yeah, he's already kind of shown that like there's going to be, flying mechanisms and things that you can do. So like, yeah, you can find different ways to get around. I'm guessing that they're going to be very impermanent. Like it's not like this is my car and this is my, my ride for the rest of the game. It's like you hit something, your car has exploded, figure it out.
Yeah. Build a new one.
Exactly.
It'd be cool if you could like save recipes or whatever, right?
That could be cool.
Like if I own all the parts to build a car, let me build a car without having to go through like the 900 steps.
Oh yeah, they have games like I think Dragon Quest Builders has a system like that.
Okay,
there's like some buildy kind of games that do that. So
there's loads of those. I mean, these days now that like Minecraft type games have become so popular.
Totally.
Like I have a hard time playing Minecraft on PC where like I played it on 360 a lot when that came out.
Sure.
And if you wanted to build something, you had all these like fucking recipes.
Yeah.
Right. So you didn't have to put stuff in the little slots. You just, if I wanted to build an axe, I just checked if I had the right items, and then I told it build axe. Build
right,
axe,
yeah.
Axe. So I played Minecraft like on PC for like the first time in ages. I'm like, I have to put the sticks.
Like,
I don't know how to. I don't know how to arrange these. Fuck.
Yeah.
And luckily they added the recipes in later. I'm like, oh, thank God.
Oh, that's good.
Casuals like me can play Minecraft.
I remember. I think like. I played Minecraft for the first time in like alpha or whatever, so like it didn't have that yet. I like about gave up on that game until someone was like, "Yeah, you just like Because I didn't understand that crafting system one bit. And it's like there's nothing in the text of the game that helped back then.
100%.
Yeah, it's very confusing. Kids figure it out. I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, I remember my friend Will showed me like, oh yeah, you put these things here, then you do this. I'm like, what? That doesn't make any sense. I'm never gonna play Minecraft. Yeah. And I played a shit ton of Minecraft in the last 10 years, man.
I haven't played Minecraft in a long ass time.
The itch is coming back for me.
Yeah, me too a little bit.
Yeah, I watched that Folding Ideas video about colonization where he like steals a dude from like a village and how that's like fucked up and all these other things. And I'm like watching that. I'm like, yeah, he's right. But like Minecraft looks kind of cool though. Like I want to go like dig into a mountain. I haven't done that in a while. Like all the villager stuff, whatever. Like I just want to go dig.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah.
The children yearn for the mines.
Precisely. We are the children.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, we gotta get the official Battle School Dropouts Minecraft server.
We gotta get the Minecraft server. No cussing.
No cussing in this Christian Minecraft server.
Exactly.
Absolutely not.
I would kill to have people like be into it and see somebody cuss and just like permaban them. You know? Like,
yeah, we weren't kidding. Actually, it was said with the cadence of a joke, but we were dead serious.
No, dead serious. No cussing at all. Not, and then one day I curse and I have to permaban myself from our Minecraft server.
I'm that picture of the kid like pointing the gun and then crying. It's like, I don't want to have to do this. when we have to fight Tony Hawk in the race war or whatever.
Dude, the fucking image of the guy crying with the gun is like so ubiquitous. I love it.
Truly.
Oh, well, before we get into anything else, there's something important we got to talk about.
Oh, yeah?
Can we talk about our favorite baseball team?
Oh,
can we talk
of
about
course.
the Oakland Athletics?
Love the A's, baby.
I don't know if we've brought it up on the podcast before.
I think we mentioned it like once or twice.
So we're on about the 1 year anniversary of us being at a bar and watching the Oakland Athletics get their ass kicked.
Like really bad. Like it was like 15-3 or some shit.
Something
like horrible.
Something like that. For anybody who doesn't follow baseball, which hey, fair enough. It's a weird sport.
Working on it though.
It's kind of new. It's understandable if you don't know it.
Kind of underground. Might not have heard about it yet. Yeah. It's going to be big though.
Yeah, no, I think baseball's that could be cool.
Yeah, your kids are going to love it.
The Oakland Athletics have for like the last, I don't know, 100 years, it feels like
a while,
been just fucking awful.
Yeah.
And like on a level that I haven't seen from a sports team in a while, right? Like I followed the Kings a little bit, you know, just by virtue of living in Sacramento.
Yeah.
And they've been terrible for a really long time too, up until this season. And
we need a new, because the last time the Kings were good was when NBA Street Volume 2 came out.
Yeah.
So I could play as the Kings and they were like a top tier game. Now is time for NBA Street Volume 4. I need the streets. While the Kings are still good.
Yeah. The game only comes out when the Kings are good.
Exactly.
Like
yeah. Big Sacramento fan.
Yeah. It's like, I need the Kings and Mario to be able to play together and work.
True.
Yeah.
Because when they put Mario in the NBA Street Volume 3 is the one with Mario and the gang.
Yeah.
The Kings weren't good anymore.
Yeah. We need to bring it together.
Yeah.
Come on, Nintendo.
Yeah.
You're going to release Tears of the Kingdom, but you're not going to release Streets Volume 4.
You're going to see some Tears of the Kings. Us. Couple of kings over here.
Couple of kings over here.
Oh my god.
No, we're not kings. We're athletics.
Quite so. We are very athletic people.
So anyways, I'm obsessed with the Oakland Athletics, and I've kind of forced everybody around me to become obsessed with the Oakland Athletics.
It's infectious. It's tough not to.
Because what hooked me is when you said like, I just don't want him to lose that bad.
Yeah, I was rooting for him because like it was just hard to watch.
Yeah, it was like not I want these guys to win. I just don't want them to lose too bad. I thought
because I learned everything I know about every major sport from the Mario version of it. So in Mario Baseball, there is a like mercy. If you are behind by like 9 points, the game's like, all right, you're done. You hit the showers. You done. You did what you needed to do. Apparently, in the MLB, that is not a thing.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
And so let me tell you about this game that I'm like 100% obsessed with.
Yeah.
This was like April 13th or something like that. They were playing this team, and final score was fucking 17-6.
Damn.
And like, I don't watch a ton of baseball, but like a team scoring 17 points is like buck wild.
That's pretty great. In baseball, that's nuts. Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's a lot.
Right? Like I think Oakland was playing tonight, and like I was looking at the score, and they were in the 8th inning, and it was like 4-4.
Okay.
So like to give anybody a baseline, like 17-6 is like, what the fuck is happening? Turns
something has gone wrong.
They had a few different pitchers, but they brought in this one guy. I think his name is like Hogan Harris or something.
That's a very good name.
And this is going to be Stu's talking baseball out of his ass.
Hey.
But everybody. So I watched like a recap of this game, and everybody in the audience like looks so miserable in such a frustrated way, where everybody's like, we expected them to lose. But not this bad. And like everybody's just like, what the fuck is happening? Like everybody looks so mad. But so here's my favorite thing from the game. So they lose the whole thing super bad. There is a stat called it's called ERA. It's estimated runs. Okay, I don't remember what it's called.
I had this ERA explained to me recently. I do not remember what it is though.
Basically, my understanding of it is like, if you're runs a pitcher, I think estimated runs allowed or something like that. Basically, if you're a pitcher, somebody's going to, like, people are going to hit your ball, or like you're going to walk a certain amount of people. Yeah. How many walks are you going to get? How many people are going to hit your ball? You know, how many people are basically going to move from hitting?
Hit your balls?
Who's going to hit your balls?
Yeah. We got to know. Just wondering.
My understanding is, and there's a way that the stat is average, but the average is 4 to 5 for like a good pitcher.
Sure.
Right? This dude did so bad that his stat is now 162.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Wait. What was the benchmark that you said originally? What was it?
4 or 5.
Oh no, it's supposed to be single digits?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's really not good.
Yeah.
Oh no.
This guy did so bad. Because that's the thing. This, like, not only did they lose 17-6, a lot of them were like walks. Like the bases are loaded and they walk a guy. So they just are just missing.
Crazy.
Oh,
like,
I'm obsessed with this team.
It's one of those things, like, I don't think I could throw like a legal pitch in like standard baseball.
100%.
Like, I don't think I could throw a baseball that distance and have it land in the catcher's mitt, having passed through that box. You need to get in for it to be a strike and not a ball. Yeah. I don't think I could do that. Like, give me 100 tries, I probably could not. Several months of training, perhaps. So, like, I understand, like, these are, you know, from my perspective, like, practically superhuman feats. Mm-hmm. But, you know, when your superhuman is against far superer humans, it is truly something.
Well, and I'm not getting paid jack shit to know how to throw a baseball. This guy is.
This is very true. Yeah,
you got one job.
He's making M's here. If you're a pitcher, I'm pretty sure you make some good dollars.
Yeah. You're not making $15 an hour throwing a baseball. You know? So I'm trying to figure out that I got a manager and he wears an A's hat all the time.
Oh,
and I'm trying to figure out how to ask him.
Bring him on A's nights. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how to ask this manager, like, what the fuck is wrong with the A's, without bringing up the fact that I'm only into them because they're terrible.
Yeah. That is sort of like ironic. Doesn't quite feel right. Like, I do have like some kind of emotional investment in seeing them not do as bad as they're doing. Yeah. But also, I think the moment they start like if they pull a Kings and like next season they just start like knocking it out, going to the do they do playoffs in baseball? Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. If they go to the playoffs next year, I'm no longer interested in this. So, you know, this underdog thing. Like, no, maybe I'd watch them like succeed the one time, but if then they were just like the champs, I'd be like, all right, we got to find a new team. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and the great thing is nobody can call us like fair weather fans. Like, we're foul weather fans. We are only in it. We are only in it when things suck. When things get too nice, we leave. Yes, absolutely. We're needed elsewhere. You see.
I'm fucking jazzed. Has been infectious. I've like talked people into like wanting to go to Oakland to see an A's game.
I'm so down.
Dude, I've heard the stadium sucks. Like it has like a big possum problem.
A possum problem?
Yeah.
Oh, that rules. Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I'm so down.
There's like some article from like the New York Times from like the fucking 90s that is like the Oakland Stadium is bad. Like this, and it's like it is the same fucking stadium.
I love that.
Yeah. The only thing I think this is the year to be into the A's because
I agree.
It feels like so apparently like their lease is up at that stadium and the owner wants to sell to like Vegas.
Oh, okay.
And
sell to Vegas? Not
yeah.
The fucking Raiders just went to Vegas. You can't.
Exactly.
No, they're taking to fuck Vegas.
Exactly. And like they're like, we'll stay maybe if you build us a new stadium. And the city's like, fuck the A's.
Yeah,
You know? Like, you guys suck. So it seems like they might go to Vegas and that might be the end of the bit, but
yeah, it's not the same when it's not the same if it's the Vegas A's. One, that name sucks. They'd have to change the name probably.
Yeah.
The Vegas Athletics, I don't like that as much.
Yeah. Yeah, it just feels wrong.
Yeah. The Raiders are still the Raiders, right? The Las Vegas Raiders. Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't change their team name. Or
Yeah.
anything. And
But
I
that
imagine
flows.
the A's will probably still be the A's. It'll just
The Vegas A's sucks. That is a bad name.
that's not great.
Yeah. They'd probably have to start going by the Athletics.
Yeah,
They'd be the Vegas Athletics. That sucks.
That rolling
Get
that
new
out
hats.
of my mouth kind of hurt.
Yeah. Tasted bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, watch the Ace.
Yeah. Go Ace.
I mean, baseball is still going for another, I don't know, fucking 8 months for the rest of the season.
Sure.
Baseball players play too much. They got to
much
start a
baseball.
union or something.
That's right. Yeah. They're being worked too hard. Making
hard.
too little money. Yeah.
Yeah. Only a few millions.
Oh, yeah. What are you going to do with that? It's gone in no time.
Shit.
Can't even pay rent on a few million.
Not in Oakland.
Not
Bay Area?
I mean,
Bay Area?
those freaking prices, am I right?
Oh my
my
God.
Gas is getting expensive, you know?
Have you guys tried buying eggs?
It's those freaking eggs.
Oh, those freaking so expensive. All right, we got the old man podcast part out of the way.
Perfect,
Right?
yeah. Boy, the DMV takes forever. Hang on, I gotta get the charger out. I just realized.
Oh shit. Oh, you might need to turn on the brick down there too.
Go.
All right.
And we're back from the commercial break. Start putting like Adult Swim bumps in there.
Well, we got to put all of our sponsors. You know, have you heard of Squarespace, Purple Mattress,
Native deodorant, the NordVPN.
Dollar Shave Club still exists?
Yeah, I think that's still a thing.
What's Manscaping? Do that
Is it not
one.
just called manscaping?
Well, no, that's a different one.
Oh,
That one's Manscaping's like for your balls or something.
That's right. I don't like it when that guy talks to me about my balls. The guy on the YouTube ads.
Oh, I don't remember. I don't know that guy. I only
what?
know YouTubers I trust talking about shaving.
Oh no, I'm thinking of like the actual. It's right because I only recently joined the country club here and got a YouTube Premium.
well, welcome.
Yes, thank you. I was living in squalor with the other urchins until very recently.
Yeah, now I can sit closer to you now.
yeah. I no longer have the stench of pour on me. But no, back in the dreary land of the poor people, they had there were these ads for, I think the brand was called Squatch, like Sasquatch, and it was all about like different like products for your balls, pretty much. Shaving your balls, scrubbing your balls, washing your balls, and like it's just this guy, like this fucking late 20s, early 30s fucking piece of shit douchebag, you know, hey, glass houses, but like, you know, this dumbass going like, I bet you don't even know what's in the soap you're putting on your balls. You're washing your balls with bad things. Wash your balls. And he's talking to me about my balls too much. He's making eye contact with me through the screen, talking to me about my balls. I don't like it.
Yeah. Well,
Fight him for that in real life.
I don't like anybody insinuating that me not knowing what I'm putting on my balls is bad. All right?
You're not supposed to know.
My balls feel fine, buddy. Come find out.
Exactly.
Yeah, the one that always gets to me is, you know, I hate to say this, and we'll see if it comes up, but
Sure.
Bernadette doesn't have YouTube Premium.
Gasp.
Yeah. So occasionally we're watching YouTube together. She puts something on and
Ooh, you get an ad?
yeah, there's an ad.
To see an ad.
There's an ad. And the one that drives me insane is there's this one that's like, it's like nurses are having to work harder and are not getting paid a fair wage. And
is there like a prop coming up? Is
that's what you think. That's what you
What?
think. But that's the gist of the commercial. It's like nurses need to be paid more. And then the commercial
How do we do that?
And then the commercial ends. So I'm like, okay, yeah, nurses need to be paid more.
Yeah. Preaching to the choir.
What do I do?
Yeah.
What do I do?
Where's the call to action?
There's no call to action. It's just talking about how nurses need to be paid. Nurses are overworked and underpaid. Okay. I'm not going to become a nurse. What do you want?
Yeah, I feel like this, and this is just me making assumptions. I feel like it kind of says something of your like perception of just like how things are going in this country when if you think like just going to the masses and going like, hey, nurses need to be paid more. Like, yeah, so do teachers. Like, so do like the fucking customer service workers. So do fucking everybody. Nobody's making enough to just rent a fucking apartment to themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
not nobody, but like,
If you're putting something out there, right, whether it's a fucking podcast or you're trying to get better wages for workers, you got to have a call to action.
Yeah.
Right? I need to know what to do. I'm stupid.
No, yeah. Like, and it's one thing if that was like the only issue we were facing. You know what I mean? Oh, shit, nurses aren't going to pay. Oh shit, yeah, we need to. I don't know. What are we going to get? March? Are we supposed to organize about this?
Yeah. Do I go outside? Like,
yeah.
Because I'm not about to become a nurse. I just learned that they're overpaid or underworked. I can do this.
You got it.
I can. They're overworked and underpaid.
There you go. Yeah.
They're overpaid and underworked.
and that's
the problem.
Work them harder, pay them less. Yeah, that was the impression I got from Scrubs as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I won't say who, but I had a friend get a medical bill that long ago. Nothing too major, but like paid it, and then was like got another medical bill and was like, that first bill that you got, that was just an estimate. Here's the rest.
But they paid it.
They paid the first part, but that was just an estimate.
Why would you send a bill before you know how much the person owes you?
What company can get away with this?
That is crazy.
It's insane. But nurses are underpaid.
I guess.
All this stuff. Anyways, universal health care, please.
Yeah.
Please. Please, Brandon, please.
That's wild.
Yeah.
But good thing you and I are a couple sophisticated folks, and we don't have to listen to whatever they're saying in YouTube ads.
Yeah, honestly.
I paid for the privilege.
Honestly, I sit on my high horse and I go, I can just watch Let's Plays all day. Show me people playing Minecraft.
I'm on my private jet watching Minecraft Let's Plays and video essays on the history of Mario Bros 3 speedruns. Shout out Summoning Salt.
Excuse me, Garcon. I'll take 2 Mr. Beast videos, please.
You do some more G Fuel. Never mind what goes on. Is that still a thing, G Fuel? What are the gamers sipping on these days?
Oh, they're sipping on gamer sups.
What? Gamer sup?
Sups.
Sup? S-U-P-S?
S-U-P-S.
What? What is that short for?
I don't know.
Supper?
I think, and I
always hated the word
I bet I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Those like sippy cup things that you would have,
like as a small baby,
like as a small child,
like because
like the thing that like it kind of it kind of like goes up a little bit and then like you kind of like stuck on that thing. I'm sure maybe I had one when I was like a toddler. I don't have any recollection of. I can remember back to when I was 3 years old. I don't ever remember having sippy cups. I think it has something to do with those. So they're that's the cup they're drinking out of though, or is it like a Capri Sun type of thing? Are these disposable? No. I'm talking about specifically the cup that children could knock over and it wouldn't spill as much. Oh, so sup is like a hip, like what's the word? What's the word for what portmanteau of sippy and cup? I think so. No fucking way. I think so.
No fucking way.
I can't confirm this.
I'm just putting this whole thing on.
No.
I gotta.
Let me put my misinformation out there.
Oh, okay, no, we'll just drop it, and someone can correct us if you're right. Absolutely right. I don't know what came over me.
I have no fucking clue.
That's wild.
But I hope that was
true.
I feel like somebody brought that up to me or something. I don't know. That's the one that comes up. They seem
what are they
weird.
putting in their sippy cups? Is it still G Fuel?
It's like powdered shit with water. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Crystal Light.
It seems like
Creatine,
the same. It seems like the same shit.
Just
but
lifting shit. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we shouldn't talk too dark yet. You know, we got to get that sponsorship first.
That's true.
Come get the Bakari Battle School Dropouts. I don't know what would be your flavor of choice.
My first like knee jerk answer was watermelon because that's the flavor of the pre-workout I'm using right now. But no, I don't think it's watermelon. I think it's blue raspberry.
Okay, I'm just gonna go blue.
Like
Gatorade.
That's
good. Yeah, that's what I would go with.
Yeah, because it's not flavored like anything. It's just blue flavored.
It's just blue.
Yeah.
I know there's like cool blue and mountain blue. Or something like that.
There's another one that's like Glacier or something
Glacier.
like that.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
There's a bunch of them that are just named like there's like 3 category of Gatorade color or flavors. There's like color, there's the actual thing it contains like lime and cucumber, and then there's like Thunderbolt. Wind Zephyr.
So real talk, I was
pterodactyl piss.
I've been working at a movie theater.
That's right.
And we sell Gatorade at the movie theater.
Nice.
And somebody asked like, "Oh, what flavors of Gatorade do you have?" So I went in. I was like, "We have orange and we have red." And she was like, "What flavors are those?" And I was like, it took me a second to be like, "What do you mean?"
This one's flavored like oranges, and this one's flavored like the color red.
And I'm almost
what's not to get?
The red was like fruit punch. I was like, okay, that makes sense.
The fruit punch one is called fruit punch.
Yeah. The red one was fruit punch. I'm almost positive the orange one was just orange.
It is. Yeah,
I was close.
you were half right.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real. You were all right. You know, she just
I was
know.
correct.
Yeah.
She didn't know. Pleb came up to me.
She didn't know how to transpose red to fruit punch. That's her problem. That's a skill issue.
Yeah, I've never had somebody refer to Gatorade flavor by its proper name.
I miss the melon one. I used to have melon like cantaloupe flavored Gatorade. It was like disgustingly sweet, and I loved it.
That never clicked for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's I understand. Yeah, it's again like way too sweet, but it's also very very pretty when a car runs over it in the sunset.
Just beautiful.
Yeah. I went to the gas station a few years ago, was pumping gas, also getting, I got a couple Gatorades, and I put the Gatorades on my car roof. Wouldn't you know it, I go driving off, and like it takes a few feet for the like Gatorade to go like falling off of the thing, and I kind of pull over, and I'm like, should I go get it? I'm like, I should probably get it out of the road. And like as I'm thinking like I should probably go get it, a car just goes zooming by, just fucking right over the thing. It explodes, and it's just melon flavored Gatorade, like a big splash against the setting sun. It was beautiful.
That's incredible.
Probably ruined that guy's paint or something. I hope it didn't. I don't know, but
no, I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah.
It's like you spent like $4 to like not get beverage, but to get like a beautiful scene.
Exactly.
You know?
The experience is worth more.
You beautified the world.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. I'm doing my part. What can I say?
That's what Gatorade needs to stop showing people, like sweating a color, and more like, look at what happens if you just chuck it in the air, guys. Pretty cool.
Hey, that could be a good. People will buy more Gatorade to waste it.
Yeah.
You know?
Stop spilling it on your coach and start spilling it in the air.
Exactly. Maybe that's what they were going for with the Kendall Jenner Pepsi ad. If they hand more Pepsis to police officers, they will have to buy more Pepsis to drink themselves.
There you go.
There we go. Stopping racism and thirst.
Yeah. Get cops hooked on Pepsi.
Put fentanyl in it, and then, we're all set.
Any excuse for those motherfuckers to take Narcan, dude. I drank a Pepsi. There might have been fentanyl.
Can't get enough of the stuff.
Cops just hooked on Narcan.
A guy can dream. Until Shadow shows up, this is how we do
take
it.
him out.
Yeah.
you guys are abusing Narcan.
Rolling up on his adorable little motorcycle.
Or his shitty fucking car in Sonic 06. Like he does like 8 flips, like runs over 8 children. He's like, you guys are fucked up.
Akira slides through a whole fucking class of kids.
Dude, okay. Side tangent. I've been playing Earth Defense Force 5.
Oh yeah, I've seen you on Steam doing that a couple times.
There's a motorcycle you can get, and you can kind of attempt to do the Akira slide.
Oh shit!
But the motorcycle turns too hard, and you just fall off of it. And because you're holding left, your character just starts spinning in a circle.
Oh no!
It's incredible.
That sounds great.
And that happens almost every time I try to Akira slide.
As it should.
As it should.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh fuck. Well, speaking of Japanese anime, do you want to talk about the Japanese anime we watched today?
It's just like one of my Japanese animes. Yes.
So like we said at the top, we watched Handyman Saitou in Another World.
I forgot it already, so thank you.
What is happening?
I don't know.
Wow.
It's because the title's in English.
I was born for this moment.
Like
You're
genuinely, I think
Yeah.
that might be part of it. I can't remember an actual sentence.
I don't remember it ever coming up in its Japanese name either.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure it shows up in text, but like,
yeah.
I'm just a guy with an anime podcast. I can't actually read Japanese. Are you kidding me? I took 2 college classes and I've just watched a fair amount of anime in my life. If I ever tried to talk in Japanese to a Japanese person, I'd have an aneurysm. You kidding me?
I'm so intimidated by the idea of going to Japan. Like, friends have told me, Tim has told me, like, you know, you can, yeah, they have like some menus in English and stuff like that. Like they're understanding and all that. No, I can't do it. I've been to Mexico and I felt okay there because I knew some Spanish.
Yeah.
And like Spanish and English are like at least like sort of related. So like even if the word isn't the same, you know, you can do okay. Mm-hmm. Japanese and English are not related.
Not at all.
Holy shit.
Though there are a lot of like loan words from English in Japanese. So like there's like a lot of nouns, for instance, that you can say like, you know, like say for instance, like the convenience stores, it's konbini, things like that, you know?
Yeah. But I can only get so far screaming computer and Coca-Cola.
Computer, Coca-Cola, potato. Yeah.
Yeah. That's only going to get me so far.
Yeah. It's a surprising amount. Yeah. But like, yeah, my understanding is that, like, its chances are good even if you did study for a while and then go, like the moment you fucked up a word, they'd go like, all right, dummy, let's switch to English, you know, because they took it for 12 years. Like it is a mandatory course throughout most of their education growing up. So like they probably know English a hell of a lot better than we know Japanese.
I watched a video where this guy went to like the Hiroshima like museum, you know, and like was going through there and he's like, whoa, man, what a terrible thing to have happened to the city. Like what a terrible thing to happen to these people. Oh, this is so bad. And then these like Japanese school children run up to him and they just want to like practice English. And he's like, oh yeah, no, you're doing great. Oh yeah.
That is an interesting experience. I bet. That was very similar in my, when I went to, Gambia, which is where my dad's from. He like we just be walking around and so you know, here in the States, I think your average person would look at me and see a black person, or you know, mixed race, which is accurate. But you know, in Africa they actually call me, or in Gambia they call me Tubab, which I found out means white boy.
Tubab.
Tubab, yeah, okay. Toubab.
So full of Bob.
Yeah.
Okay.
What can I say? You know.
That's funny, man.
When you got the bob, you got the bob. But yeah, no. So these kids would just run up to me and you know they'd say like Tubab, and it's just like, hey, what's up? And they'd say like, you know, just walk up, hello, how are you? And I'd say, I'm good, how are you? And they didn't know the next line. So it's like all they had learned. So I'm like, cool. I had that conversation like 20 times.
20 times.
It's the exact same.
I mean, that's cool. I guess. Yeah.
So, you know, they got to practice their one line, you know. Next time, I'm sure they'll learn, you know, good thank you or something. I had that exact exchange in Spanish, you know.
Yeah.
one of my coworkers. He said like, hola Bakari, and I said, hola Minor. He said, ¿Cómo estás? And I said, bien y tú, and then he was like, bien, and then that was it. That's all I know. That's the only Spanish I got, so.
Yeah, you can get pretty far. You should have responded to those children in Spanish and just like...
Oh, that would really get him.
Like, what do we do?
Never let him guess your next move.
Just like, oh, you guys have been practicing English? Not anymore. I'm not here to help.
You picked the wrong guy, fucko. You picked the wrong white boy. Oh my god.
Oh shit. Anyway, speaking of Japanese anime.
Right. Speaking of fucking with the wrong white boy.
Cool. So yeah, we watched Handyman Saitou in Another World. We watched an isekai on not an isekai disaster episode.
Indeed, we need to do another one of those. Maybe we'll get more than single-digit views on it.
I would say we should do another one, but nobody
like empirically we shouldn't, like in the interest of growing this podcast, but in the interest of laughing at dumb things, I think we should.
We've been on such a good hot streak that I'm
true.
like, yeah, like we should watch. Like we're doing great. We're releasing good episodes, all this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm so nervous about either an isekai episode or our fucking inevitable Christmas episode.
The Christmas special's got to happen. We didn't Christmas special this last year.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, good. It's been a minute since we've gotten 2 views on a video.
We'll get back to it.
Yeah. But yeah, you want to give us the rundown on Handyman Saitou?
Yeah. So Handyman Saitou in Another World is about a handyman named Saitou in another world.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyways, what did you rate?
I'd give it a keep watching. What was it? Spoilers. But yeah, so Saitou, tale as old as time, gets a big old whack on the noggin by a
truck,
a truck, bus, something. Yeah, I think it's a truck. Yeah. Gets reincarnated in fantasy RPG land, and he has a bit of an edge in the sense that like one of his many duties is picking people's locks. So that
he's a locksmith.
Yeah, exactly. He can get people back into their homes and they lock themselves out. And it turns out modern Japanese, cylinder locks or whatever are a lot more sophisticated and complex than medieval, treasure chest and door locks. So he's very, very good at picking locks in this fantasy world. And also like he can repair armor and do other stuff. So he's this kind of, he is the handyman of this party that includes a very shy knight tank type lady. There's a fairy who heals, but she charges. She very much likes money. And then there's a wizard guy who's extremely powerful, but he's also very senile, ostensibly, and forgets all his incantations and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. You kind of gave me the rundown on it, and I was like, okay, yeah, this will be kind of like fun to watch. Like I had recently seen the D&D movie, which I really enjoyed, so I was like, I'm in a fantasy mood. Let's do this.
Yeah.
It wasn't what I was expecting in so many ways.
Having seen the first episode prior to today, but that's it. Like me neither.
Yeah.
Because it's for the first 3-ish episodes, it's almost like a like Nichijou in its construction. Like it's a very like sketch comedy type of thing, and every once in a while they would like pivot away from the main party to show us like another character who's like, this is a dwarf, he is a heavy armor tank magic user, he knows one spell and it is to explode. And it's like, neat, that's cool, and then we just move on. And I thought it was just going to be like fun little hijinks like that, like almost like it came from like a newspaper comic type of deal.
Yeah, or like where you're just like kind of introduced to like a fun little concept. Like, RPGs are kind of silly. Wouldn't it be funny if a guy knew the explode spell, but he had really high defense? Yeah. Like, okay, yeah, like that's kind of silly. And they make it work.
Totally. It's the power wizard or whatever with his humongous staff.
Yes.
That whacks monsters with it. That's great.
He's so powerful that nobody can stop him. However, he can't go into the dungeon because his staff is too big.
He's just too big.
It's
far too large. They make a Berserk reference. It was far too large to be called a staff, abbreviated. Very good.
But yeah.
Rest in peace, Kentaro Miura.
I know we'll get into it, but just to kind of say, like, the first few episodes are like just these like fun little sketches. They're all kind of like chronological. But then the last like 3 episodes that we watched of the first 6, like they got really serious.
Like surprisingly so.
And like they were still sketches, but like they were much more like, it was almost like the sketches were just like leading into the where the last one left off.
Yeah, this sketch is like kind of served as like a almost more like a slice of life type presentation that just kind of helps us get to know all the characters. And then they're like, well, now that we do know all the characters, yes, they're coming back.
Yeah.
Now we have like one cohesive story with them. It's a very interesting presentation. I think it's really neat.
I do too. It's and it's a good way of like cutting around, because one thing I kind of appreciate about the show is that while there are bad guys, so to speak, it lets you dive into their like motivation and why they're doing things. And it kind of reminds me of like Ranking of Kings in a way, where like nobody's necessarily like outright evil.
Sure, yeah, I can see what you mean. Yeah,
where like you can kind of understand where somebody's coming from. So yeah, I guess we can talk about the first 3 episodes and then like the last 3 episodes. Yeah, kind of just go over those.
Sure.
So just kind of thinking about those first 3, I really loved all the little hijinks they get into. I love that like Saitou is just in his like jumpsuit, Yeah,
he never, at no point does he ever like swap out to something more like, fitting in the world that he's in. He's just like, this is work uniform.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it's funny to see him like pull out like the lockpicks and like they're in like a little like zipper case and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good touch.
I keep trying to, we're pull back the curtain a little bit, where this is our first episode holding the mics. We're just sitting on the couch, just chilling. I keep trying to take a sip from the mic and then talk into my beer. Very difficult. Sorry, being a podcaster is hard work.
This is it's a real rough time hanging out with your friend and drinking beer.
Exactly. It's not for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. But thank God for us.
Got to make some sacrifices. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, our Patreon, yeah, so I'm trying to think of too much that like jumped out, but like it's like these first 3 episodes are all like very silly.
Totally.
I
think it might be episode 2 or really 3 or something, where they reveal that Flan Pan Man, whatever the fuck the fairy's name is.
I know they call her Lafa. It's Lafa Pan or something like that.
Okay. Lafa Pan, whatever her fucking name is. Her reason, like they kind of point out her reasoning, like thinking back on it, like they point out the reasoning for like why she asks for money, and it's because like she needs to make offerings of gold in order to keep her to not shrink. Because there's like a curse from the moon goddess or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like I now that I think back on it, that was the first sort of taste of like, it's a gag and we're using it as a gag, but like there's some slightly more serious reasons for that existing.
Yeah.
And we get a lot more of that in the latter 3 episodes.
Well, and they kind of have it a bit with Saitou, the main character.
That's true.
Who is like, but it's kind of your typical Isekai thing. Where it's
exactly,
like, yeah. Where he's like, I am unhappy in my current life, right? Yeah. Like I just got fired from my job. Nobody wants to pay me for my skills. This is terrible. And then he gets hit by a truck. Yeah. And then he ends up in a world where people do respect his skills.
Yeah.
He is fulfilled.
He's like valued, and he has this sort of found family in his party,
Yeah. Yeah, and I always love me a found family.
Me too.
Story. Yeah.
Yeah.
But his is normal, typical for this kind of thing.
Totally. Yeah. So much so that they don't even lead with it. Like we start with him like opening up doors for them and stuff, and then we kind of flash back to like, yeah, life sucked. Got hit by a car. Here I am. And they have that part where he like falls. He like tries to open the treasure chest, and it like activates a pitfall trap, and he falls down. He breaks his leg, and he's like, "This is a no magic zone. It's not going to be easy for them to get here. It's going to be very dangerous. They're not going to come for me. Like I was someone who fulfilled a purpose for them. They could go find another thief who could do this job for them too, and that's just it for me." Because like he's used to being underappreciated, undervalued, and then like they do go to great lengths to actually get him back and like bring him back in. Like it's this very like, oh no, they do care about him. Like they could have gone about their business, but they did actually come back for him, and it's like the first like, oh, this is more of a family type unit. I thought that was very neat.
No, it's super cute, and it gives the whole beginning of that like a lot of heart.
Totally. Yeah. And as he's like, every once in a while has like a splash of like heartfelt moment, and then like weirdly horny, and then like kind of gory every once in a while.
Yeah, let's talk about the weirdly horny. There is, in the first few episodes, there's like the penis king who has a bunch of kids, and his dick is like uncensored, or his dick is censored.
His dick is a unit of measurement.
Yes. Yeah.
And they note that the fairy Anpon man is I think that's like a Japanese mascot of some sort. Is exactly one of those, like a foot long, but she's a dick long. Which is just a fun detail.
Because there's that, and then there's also later they find a similar looking thing called the cocky man root.
That's
which
right.
Is like a mushroom that is censored in the show.
Very much so.
Because it looks like a penis.
Yeah, and also you enjoy it by sucking on it.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, very horny.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's
it's
also
very strange that it's funny that it's the wizard who shows this off.
Yeah. Well, there's that, and there's also like the knight who's shy, like her armor gets melted at one point.
Oh, yeah.
Her like underclothes gets cut at one point, you know. So, like there's on both ends there, but it's, very horny in a lot of ways.
I'm kind of used to, because there's plenty of shows where the fan service, the nudie bits is like it's like part of the main appeal, and so like pretty much at any given opportunity they're gonna do something like that. Handyman by comparison is like weirdly restrained with all that.
Yeah.
Which like it's just a fun part of the show's character or anything. I don't find it particularly detracting or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a little bit of a surprise when it shows up almost.
Yeah, because yeah, exactly. Because the show is so tame, especially for those first few episodes.
Yeah.
Where it just kind of feels like, oh, these are fun little adventures.
Totally.
But like sexuality does seem to be a part of the show. Like there's the Cami Vega character.
Oh, with the claws. Yeah, the monk.
And she has a healer who they seem to have, like is like licking her wounds, and it's kind of a sexual thing.
Yeah.
There's also the fellow locksmith thief guy who is attracted to Saitou, and he's a guy. So, and it's mentioned that he goes both ways.
Indeed.
So
his partner, the axe girl, beast hunter or whatever she is, she also seems to take a shine to Saitou, but not nearly as much as the other guy.
Yeah, the other guy's got like full on like hearts and like pink things popping around him. And
it was I think kind of nice to see like it's played, it's a bit of a gag, but like no more so than like anything else in this world. Like it's played with the same amount of humor as like Saitou and Railza, I think her name is, the Shy Knight. It's played with about as much humor as their romance, like it's just as any other romance in it, which I think is kind of nice. It's like, the crux of the joke is not simply like, isn't it funny this guy's gay?
Yeah,
like that's neat. It's good to see that in anime.
Yeah, and it gives it kind of like the horniness doesn't feel like off-putting. Yeah, right? Like like sometimes you watch anime and you're like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, like almost like the main purpose of it is to titillate me with some boobies and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I don't mind seeing stuff like that in media, but like that's not what I'm coming to anything for.
Exactly. Yeah. To me it feels like it's doing it because it's kind of fun and silly.
Yeah.
And not because it feels less fan service.
Yeah.
Like it's definitely still there, but it's not just there like, hey, watch the next episode. There might be boobs or dicks again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I definitely appreciated that part of it. It was definitely, it was always pretty like fun or funny.
Yeah. I mean, until it gets kind of like serious in the last couple of episodes.
Until that's the name of this show. Until it gets serious.
Yeah. Truly did not expect to like even be asked to feel something for these characters beyond like kind of surface level, like their surface level character motivations.
Yeah. Well, and I guess to talk about those episodes, man, like, so the first 3 are all like they have like their little serious moments, but like stuff you kind of expect from like a little sketch.
They're mostly very like feel good
moments
in those first. It's like it's either like cute romance stuff with Railsa and Saitou, and like every once in a while they'll show like a little bit of the like one of the characters like reasons for why they do what they do, and then like Saitou going like, gosh, I sure like having friends, you know.
Yeah and it's like you're saying, it's all like pretty like the only heavy things I can really think of, like it's a stretch to say that the guy dying and going to the isekai world is heavy, because that's just in everything. And when they talk about how the little fairies are cursed because they had too much riz and now they only have swag.
They were just a little too quirked up, a little too. Well, just a little bit of swag. Too much swag.
They were cursed for their beauty.
Yeah.
And
cursed for busting it down sexual style.
They can no longer wear Supreme.
Precisely. Yeah.
Exactly. So, and you know, and it's kind of funny because that's the first kind of taste we get on like the character motivation twist. Right?
Yeah.
Like she's the little healer is like, I will heal you, but you got to give me money for it. And then you learn, well, she's getting the money because she needs to pay to not become smaller.
Yeah.
You know?
And she doesn't want to like, she can't just ask for it because she's on her grind set, and she cannot take handouts.
Yeah, exactly.
And in fact, if she had the choice, she would ask the moon goddess to charge more to inspire her to grind harder.
Exactly. That's actually why we don't have a Patreon, is because we're trying to grind harder.
We'll give you money to listen to this podcast.
Exactly, yeah. We should be paying you for views.
Yeah. If I had the choice between getting $500,000 or dinner with Jay-Z, I would choose neither. I would give Jay-Z $500,000. That's how on my grind I am.
Wow.
This one's for the Black Album. It's a good one.
I admire that. I really do.
Thank you.
See
You
there's
should.
no shame there at all. Shit.
Oh, fuck.
But so eventually the show gets serious.
Yeah, it does.
You can believe it.
Still shocked a little bit.
Yeah, and that's what. Okay, to kind of like to spoil a little bit here. When I like halfway through the episode, like we took a little break, and I was thinking to myself like, what would I rate it? And I was like, okay, it's keep watching, but because I like the show, but I don't know if I really would keep watching based on the first 3 episodes.
It's like a I would keep watching this if I had more time.
Yeah.
Or yeah. Like that's how I was feeling around that time.
Yeah, same. It's like I should give it an because I'm not gonna watch more of this little sketch show, even though I think it's really good. So I was like, what do I say? Like, what do I do? But then we watched these fucking like last 4 episodes, and it really like influenced me because like they start to follow more of like a linear narrative.
Yeah.
Right. Where it's like, oh, we need to like, he finds a Roomba and it's like, what the fuck is going on here? And so like everybody starts investigating the dungeon.
And this isn't like a magic cleaning disc or anything. This is like a Dyson brand or whatever, like Roomba.
Yeah. It's like from his time.
Yeah.
And they start getting into like in the background, there's this like ninja who has his like little demon friends.
Yeah.
And he falls in love with a witch and she falls in love with him. But because they did that, they broke her curse and now she's going to die. So he has to go get these like magic items that the main characters are also going for. And you know, it gets into like why the fucking wizard is senile.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready for that.
Me neither, dude. That was like, it's kind of heavy.
It was so heavy. I was like, am I getting emotional at a Battle School Dropouts episode?
I know.
Dude.
Not even for the Hajime no Ippo episode.
I know. Yeah. Well, you know, I cried in the bathroom during that one.
Oh, sure.
But, yeah.
Sure. Reasonable.
Yeah. It was like, it's funny. I'm not usually a fan of like shows like overly explaining every little thing.
Sure.
But like, man, when they get into like, oh, the wizard doesn't remember because he lost like a wizard duel.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, let me help you out. I'll make it so you don't remember the terrible things that you did in the past.
Yeah.
Like how you like kind of let your daughter die because you were training to become a wizard.
He wanted to become a great mage. He was like looking for accolades. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he's like, I want to go back in time so my daughter won't die. She's like, well, I'll just make it so you don't remember that your daughter died. And you can't remember anything else, you know? And so he's just got this he's like horribly senile, but it's because he's like been cursed because he has this like terrible background.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I love a good backstory flashback.
Yeah.
Like I've been watching One Piece recently. I've been getting a lot of those. Madoka Magica has an extremely good one if you keep watching that one. Naruto had some good ones.
I just gotta watch Madoka Magica when I'm like not depressed.
Yeah, understandable.
That's my new rule. All right, new rule for Battle School Dropouts. Don't watch Madoka Magica if you're feeling depressed.
Exactly. I mean, we were talking about this before. Like sometimes, like when I'm on a real downswing, like what I really need is like just to really lean into it, like feel all of it, is just some real depressing type shit. It's like I'm going to shotgun all of Now and Then Here and There tonight, you know. And sometimes that's what I need, and sometimes that is like the worst thing for you, and sometimes it is the worst thing for me, and I do it anyway. So you know, it's important to know yourself like that.
Yeah, it's important to make good or bad decisions.
Precisely. But at least know if they are good or bad when you're making them.
Exactly.
Yeah. Knowing's half the battle. G.I. Joe.
But yeah, those last few episodes, man, they hit heavy. Even the little like fairy girl is like, oh, I gotta save the witch, rip off my wings. Like not the healer fairy girl, but the other one. They're called black fairies or something, dark fairies. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, she's got the black CG wings.
Yeah.
There were a couple of parts in those last couple of episodes where I felt like I really kind of felt the tension between like them trying to tell this more serious, like, you know, more serious than it was type story, and like still having to justify some of the like the gag things in there, like the fact that the dark fairy is like kind of chubby, and like the reason that is because like adventurers kept trying to chase her down and like sell her for great amounts of money or whatever, and so she was like, I know. If I eat a lot and get fat, they won't think I'm as valuable. And then they're like, yes, we do. And she's like, fuck, I'm just slower now. And like, that was it. I mean, that was kind of the only time that detail ever came up. Like, if that's just part of your character design, I don't even know if we had to explain that.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been like, wait, why is that character a little like rounderly drawn?
I didn't even think it was a body weight thing.
No,
I thought she was just like chibi, you know?
Yeah, because it's kind of a funny bit.
Sure.
But like, it's in the middle of like the most depressing like backstory.
Yeah, like if that was meant to be like comedic relief for an otherwise like depressing story beat, I don't think it landed as such.
Not at all.
Yeah,
and it I don't know. It's like it adds to her character, but not in any meaning. Like it could have been quick. You know, you could have cut to the chase faster. You know, where it's like, well, she wants to save the witch because the witch saved her from getting captured by adventurers.
Yeah. There's also the part the elf with the Wolverine claws, her like ear gets blasted off at one point, and then the healer that she's with like makes a big deal out of catching the ear mid-air and then like healing it and like kind of fusing it back onto her head, and like I can't remember exactly the big deal they were making about it, but it was like I don't understand the significance of this, and like I don't know what you're trying to communicate to me here. Like, what is that just like to show the seriousness of the attack that was just thrown at her? Like, is that a detail that I was supposed to pick up on earlier? Is that something that's going to come back up later, that her ears are, I don't know, connected to her elf immortality? Like, what was that for? You know what I mean?
Well, the healer says something along the lines of like, you need to be whole for something. And I was thinking it would play into, I don't remember exactly what she said, but it was something, I feel like it was something along those lines. And like, I was thinking like, oh yeah, maybe the demon has like a, because they start to fight this, super powerful demon that the little fairy summons. I was thinking it was going to be something like, the demon could like see that your like ear has been ripped off and then like make you explode or something. I don't know. I was thinking it would have some kind of effect like that. If that is the case, it doesn't
matter because it got healed immediately.
Yeah,
but like
exactly.
maybe that's I don't know, to call that like a Chekhov's gun, but like Chekhov, right?
Yeah. It could be that maybe the healer is going to put the wings back on the fairy girl.
Could be.
You know, and it's showing that magic can fuse two things together.
Oh, sure.
Which I wouldn't hate.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I would take that. I would think that would happen in this, like, closer to the moment in the anime where that became relevant. But because if I was watching it week to week and that, like, you know, detail from a couple weeks ago came up, you know, just thinking about stuff. But like my main complaint is about like the elf getting her ear blown out. It's just like there's so much going on with so many different characters that it's like a little difficult to keep up, and it's a little difficult to like remember what's a gag and like what's not really supposed to matter and like what does in this moment and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, and it's definitely funny that there are so many characters involved in this battle too, because it would work well if like the demons and the little fairy weren't friends with the ninja and the witch.
Sure.
Right? Like the character like Saitou making friends with all these adventuring parties would be like a contrast, right? Like you control these demons because you're a bad dude who makes demons work for him. These people work with Saitou because they like Saitou. Yeah. Right?
The Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon or the Digimon Adventure 2 or insert, you know.
Yeah, insert shonen show there. Yeah. But the demons like the ninja because they're friends with the ninja. Yeah. Right? And the adventurers like
the wolves and he came back the leader of the pack, dude.
Yeah,
Alpha shit, dude.
But yeah, like they like Saitou because they like Saitou, you know. So it's like a similar thing. So there's no contrast. So narratively, you don't need that many characters.
Not so different after all. Them and them.
Them and them.
Groups.
Yeah. Which is its own thing, I guess you could say, right? But
yeah. I do think that makes the ninja guy a bit more of a compelling villain, I guess. Is like, you know, it's easy enough to just see him and go like, I want him to lose because he's the bad guy. But it's like, you know, I would, if at all possible, I would like him and the witch lady to be together and nobody has to die. I don't know if this magic thing they're after is like a one-time use type of deal.
Yeah.
Sounds like there's plenty of people with good reasons to want to use that. But yeah, I don't know how that gets resolved. Maybe he just dies and that's it.
Well, yeah, and it's the classic case of like I think what's gonna happen is they're gonna realize they're like fine with all working together.
Yeah,
you know that they're not gonna be like, oh no, we need that witch to die. Fuck witches.
Yeah,
you know? But like they're not on the same team because the assassin, the ninja guy is like. His MO is like, I'm just going to explode people.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and
comes out of nowhere and fucking chops your ass up.
Yeah. And that's the thing that they bring up is like, we should kill this ninja because he has been killing adventurers in the dungeon.
Yeah.
You know, and like they show several times there's a dude just walking along and the ninja fucking detonates this dude.
Yeah.
Like,
just explodes him.
So
he's gone.
The ninja's like, even if he's doing something for love, he's not necessarily a good guy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really difficult in these things to like when you kill someone on screen just kind of for fun, you know, it's very difficult to justify to the audience that like, no, this is still an okay guy and, you know, he has thoughts and feelings and, you know, his dreams should come true as well because he did just like murder a dude. Seemingly for not that much of a reason. Maybe he got paid for it. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but even that, because it's kind of like being like, well, it's wrong to kill Hitler because he loved Ava Braun. You know, like, we could still kill that guy. Yeah. Though.
And like,
it would not be wrong to explode Hitler.
And like, maybe that guy he killed was a really bad dude, actually.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe we'll learn like he only killed bad adventurers or something.
He definitely didn't make it sound like that when he said, like, I've killed so many people for money. Boy, I'd just be killing people all the time, don't I?
Yep. And when he tried to kill the main heroes, because he can like step on people.
Try to kill them.
Yeah, because he can step on people's shadows and make it so they can't move.
Yeah,
like at all.
Yeah.
So
very Shikamaru from Naruto does similar stuff.
Yeah, it's a cool fucking power.
Totally,
I can dig it, but like, you're not a good guy if you kill somebody.
Yeah.
While using it. Just because somebody can't defend themselves
and
you kill them doesn't mean it's okay.
Yeah, exactly.
That's Battle School Dropouts motto right there.
Yeah, we stand by that. Put that on a t-shirt.
Let me get up on my high horse. I think it's wrong to kill defenseless people.
Look, some people are going to call me crazy, but I just got to say it. It's not good to kill people.
It's not good to kill people.
Don't like it.
Except, I will say, while I'm still on my high horse, you can blow up Hitler.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, take that dude out.
Yeah, use your ninjutsu powers to paralyze him, then kill Hitler.
Yeah, cut him into 4 or 5 pieces and watch him detonate.
I think that should be a Metal Gear or something, right?
Blowing up Hitler?
Yeah, I think that should be a Metal Gear.
Well, that's probably
Revengeance
like
2.
Like if you like open the codex at the right time, like, you know, they killed Hitler by exploding him with a Metal Gear.
You gotta buy like a limited edition memory card you can only get out of like a Happy Meal or some shit.
You know, Kojima coded in if you take the first letter of every word on the blurbs on the back of the box, you can blow up Hitler.
You've been playing Dance Dance Revolution, haven't you, Snake?
You're ready. Go into the bunker.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, man. Yeah. I don't know how you follow up blowing up Hitler. I'm still like in favor of how they're going forward with the show, though. Like,
I agree. I'm liking it.
Yeah, like I don't want to sound like just because we're picking little holes in the things that are happening.
Yeah.
Like, we haven't watched the following episodes, right?
Yeah.
And I feel relatively confident that the show is going to explain things in a way that are at least kind of satisfactory.
One would hope, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, we kind of talked about, like, we found a lot of it funny, and, you know, I like the character designs, I like the romance stuff between Saitou and What's-Her-Ass, I like, there's a lot to like about it. There's some action sequences that are pretty neat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the action's pretty competent.
Yeah, like, it's not Jujutsu Kaisen or whatever, but, like, yeah, very good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think this is a neat little anime. This is a good time.
I agree, yeah, and I think it handles things in a way that it's like, it's fun as long as you don't think about it like too hard.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, do the kobolds they blow up have emotions?
Oh yeah, no.
Or families or whatever. Like, don't think about that.
Yeah.
Does the guy the ninja blows up? Like, does he have family and emotions?
He's a bad guy, maybe.
Maybe. Probably not, hopefully.
He was like bald with tattoos.
Yeah, that dude was no good.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. I should get some tattoos at some point.
Oh, watch out, dude.
Yeah.
You could get blown up by a ninja. No,
yeah,
I would just be like, Bakari had it coming.
Look, I wish a ninja would.
Oh. Yeah. Well, you got anything else you want to bring up about the show, or?
No, that about sums it up. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What's your official rating?
Official rating. So we got our official ratings. It's keep watching and total garbage.
Indeed.
And I'm going to give it a keep watching with a little asterisk here. And that's going to be, I think I'm going to watch the dub kind of in the background.
Yeah. I had a similar thought.
Yeah. Like, I think the show is good and I'm interested in where it's going, but it's not hitting me in a, like episode 6 kind of ends on a bit of a cliffhanger,
yeah.
Right? We didn't watch episode 7, and we usually don't with shows, but occasionally we do if it's really kind of hit us.
If it's like really good and we really need to see what happens next.
Yes.
Like Kids on the Slope and Hajime no Ippo, I think we're the only 7.
And Blue Lock.
Yeah,
Blue Lock was
those
kind
are
of
3
accidental
excellent fucking animes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And those are all shows where watching episode 7 matters.
Yeah.
This might have been one of them, but we were kind of like, let's just get to recording.
Yeah.
You know, DoorDash is here.
It's true. Yeah.
It's time to eat some chicken and fucking talk about anime.
Exactly. Precisely. Yeah. No, I'm with you. I'm definitely. It's like it's a good keep watching. You know, this is hardly the top, the heights of like what we've reviewed on this podcast, but yeah, I think I'd probably just it's a background one for sure.
Yeah.
I watch some One Piece and other such things that like I can kind of I still watch them in the sub, but like I can kind of tune in and out. Like if I miss a line, it's probably not going to super matter.
Mm-hmm.
Well, usually while I'm playing like Final Fantasy 14, you know, doing grindy stuff or like just stuff I don't have to like super focus on. this could end up joining that rotation at some point.
Yeah, and I think it's worth it because I think the biggest thing I can say about the show is that I was really surprised at how much better it was than I thought it would be. Right?
Sure.
Like I thought this would be kind of cute and fun.
Yeah.
But I would get tired of the sketches by like episode like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
And the fact that it was like it like read my mind. It was like, don't worry, we're gonna get serious. We're gonna get like, you know, we're gonna kind of go down some different avenues than like just like a fun little sketch show normally would.
Yeah.
I was impressed. You know, it had a narrative twist kind of at the time that it needed it.
Totally.
And that kind of makes me go, okay, well, what else do you have in store?
Yeah, I think you know, there's a lot of stuff that really comes out every season, and it's like not really supposed to be this game changer type of thing. It kind of exists very comfortably in like you know, the conventions of whatever genre it's in, usually isekai these days. And like, we're not trying to build a giant empire off of it, make a fucking super long series or anything. We're just trying to like tell a neat story, do some cool fight scenes, whatever. Like, as far as those go, like this is one of those, I think, but it's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
You know, it's got some sauce to it. Yeah.
Exactly. And I think it really helps me too, like knowing that it's only like 12 episodes.
Totally.
Like this is not going to be a commitment to be like,
If this was going to be like 60 episodes, I would
Right.
watch it. Yeah.
Yeah. If somebody tells me that, oh yeah, there's going to be like 8 more seasons, it got renewed for that, I'd be like, okay, well,
Good knowing you.
yeah, all right, have fun, Saitou. But yeah, I think this is definitely like it's going to be just the right amount of fun. It's kind of just what I'm in the mood for right now. Like I'm into like I want to play some D&D. I want to like experience some fantasy stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, like today, like picking this episode, I was like, this show, I don't know. I was like, I don't know what I want to watch, but how do you feel about the fantasy genre? And you were like right on it. You know?
Yeah. There we go. It's easy enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
All right.
Sick.
Well, I think we've made it to the end of another good episode.
Indeed.
Nobody can say it's not a good episode.
Not a one.
If you think this was a bad episode, post below that you said it was a good episode. That's
Sound
how
off
we'll
in the
know.
comments, just not with what you thought or felt.
Yeah,
You know.
exactly. Give us only praise and admiration.
Exactly.
That's
Really
how we'll
weird
know.
that she licks the elf girl's armpit, though. It's kind of odd.
It is weird that she's like healing wounds, but she's licking. But I don't
But
think
she lies. She said, I think she says, like,
Yeah.
I'm lying. The licking part doesn't actually help.
Yeah, I don't have to lick these wounds. I'm doing it because I want to.
Yeah.
That's weird.
And like, hey, if you're two consenting adults, you do whatever. But lying and saying that it has to be that is for the purpose of healing,
Yeah.
and maybe I don't know. I'm not
Yeah,
trying to like
that's-
call foul play on this. It was a little strange.
It was a little odd.
Armpit licking out of nowhere. Like, I don't see many armpits get licked in my day to day. You know,
Yeah. I only see a few.
Yeah.
And it's never comfortable.
once in a while, very rarely in my cartoons.
Yeah,
my,
I guess-
my Japanese anime.
I think that's the thing with a lot of this show. It's like, you know, with anime, sometimes you just have to look the other way.
Yeah.
And, you know, I didn't expect to have to do that with this show, but yeah, occasionally you gotta just kind of be like, all right, well, I'm sure they mean well.
But yeah, you know, we all have our toothbrush scene. You know.
Yeah.
Nisei Monogatari. Yeah.
Oh boy.
I repressed that fucking memory.
I thought that was the toothbrush scene was in a different anime. I thought that was no, that is Monogatari.
It's so there's Bakari and Monogatari, that's the first one, and then
Yeah.
there's Nisei Monogatari. That's the one with the
Because
toothbrush.
there's another show that has a different uncomfortable scene that I thought it was Toothbrush. It's from a show with a really normal name called I can't remember the Japanese name, but it's called the English name is I Can't Believe My Younger Sister Is This Cute.
Oh, Orimo.
Yeah. That show with that very normal name, I think that has a weird scene.
Super normal, yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a weird scene in that.
I've been told it's far more normal than the name would lead you to believe. I've not watched it.
I've been told that. I don't believe
Yeah.
that for a second. I watched the first episode because somebody told me that.
Sure.
And you know what, people out there, I still don't believe it.
Yeah. I'm just gonna have to trust my gut on that one and not watch it.
Yeah. Well, we'll save it for that really special. It'll be coming up. All you Emo fans, just keep listening. We'll get to it one day.
Yeah, when the movie comes out.
We're never gonna get to it. Right?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, cool.
Not a million years.
Okay, cool. No, totally. We'll get to it.
Yeah.
Don't you worry. Hey, Bakari, what you promoting anything? You got anything going on?
Well, you can, as usual, you can go to my twitter.com/8mammoth. You can go to my SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/octomammoth. I have an album in the works. It's well on its way. In a perfect world, I'd have it out by my birthday, which is late May. I don't think that's going to happen. More likely, sometime in June, maybe July. I don't know, something like that. Hey, it is Bakari from the future. I'm editing the episode right now. If you've made it to this point in the episode, you've probably realized by now that there's a pretty long gap between when we record these things and when they go live. And that kind of results in us talking about old news or saying stuff like, boy, I can't wait for Zelda to come out when it's been out for a month. Usually I just let it rip because who really cares? But I do want to point out for this time that since the recording of this episode, the album has been finished and announced already on Twitter. It's called Pockets, and it should be out on all the big streaming platforms and whatnot on Friday, June 30th at 10 a.m. Pacific. The outro theme for this podcast is actually on it, as is the song you can hear in the background right now. So anyway, thanks for making it this far into the episode, and I apologize in advance because at least the next couple episodes are gonna have the same problem. But anyway, thank you. Take care. Yeah. Well, how about you?
I want to promote that there's this band that this artist that I follow called Octomammoth that he's got an album coming out.
Hey.
He says he's going to have it out by his birthday in late May. So I'm doing the album art for that.
Oh, fuck.
So
I had the same idea. Just see if you wanted to collab.
I just wanted to promote that. I got a new Twitter account going.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, you can follow me at Stew Designs, STEW.
He sure does.
Yeah, Hentai Pizza Lord is locked for the time being. I need myself a job, and I can't have employers reading my cum tweets. So, you donate to our Patreon, and you can get behind the locked Hentai Pizza Lord account. Maybe you can subscribe to my Twitter because that's a new thing as of today.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you subscribe at the $20 tier, Stu will sing you the One Piece opening theme song, but he'll replace all instances of the word One Piece with cum tweets.
Cum tweets.
Yeah.
One Piece. Cum tweets.
Cum tweets.
I don't know the One Piece theme song at all, so if I just yell cum tweets loud enough, does that work?
I think so.
Okay, cool.
Stu will yell cum tweets at you.
Anytime.
Yeah.
Anytime. And yeah, I think that's about all I got. And then there's this whole podcast that we're doing. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you've made it this far, chances are you're going to like our other episodes. So just hit that subscribe button.
Got a feeling.
If you liked this episode, hit that like button. If you got something you got to tell us, comment down below. I think that's all the things you're legally allowed to do to this podcast. If you like the prefer an audio version, we're on Spotify and Podbean. Mm-hmm. And I guess if you're listening to the audio version, hey, we're on YouTube. Description has all the links and everything. And check out our episode that we did. I guess it'll be a little while after this or before this came out, but we did an episode where we guessed anime openings, and that was really fun to put together. So check that out.
Yeah, that was a great time.
Yeah. I'm excited to do more video stuff, man.
Me too. Yeah,
it's gonna be fun.
Videos are a good time, and now that we're free of the table, we have so many more opportunities, so many more possibilities.
Yeah. How do you feel at the end of this episode, holding the mic the whole time?
I'm chilling. Yeah. I may have bumped the mic a little bit, but I'm laid back. I'm relaxed.
Yeah.
Chilling. Yeah. How about you?
I feel pretty good.
Yeah.
It was kind of fun, just kind of being able to move wherever. I definitely got, it's 11:20 right now.
Yep.
I got too comfy for a minute. And I'm not thinking. I'm just ready to nod off. My couch is too comfy.
I did get a little too cozy for a bit. I am a little too cozy.
I had to sit forward.
Yeah.
And I guess it got me closer to the beer. So
that's true.
It's important.
That's what really matters at the end of the day, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what Christmas is all about.
I'm not about to record Battle School Dropouts without my best friend PBR.
Not in a million years.
Paps, Bakari ribbon.
Hey, that's me.
Hey.
How about that?
All right. Another one on the books.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Go watch the show, everybody.
Yeah. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.